Hey guys, welcome to Kidzone. Today we are going to deviate a little bit from our Answers in Genesis sessions that we've been doing. As I was starting to prepare for my lesson today, actually I was reading through my Bible and at the bottom there was a little footer. You know how sometimes you're reading your Bible and it'll have some context in it? Well, sometimes you'll read that little box and it'll take you on this insatiable curiosity where you're like, okay, I have to learn more about this. And then you dig through and you find that, and then you look at the little bottom and it says, go to this chapter, and then you read something else. So that's what happened to me today. So as I was reading one thing, something else really stood out to me and it really called to me, and it's something I want to share with you guys today. So we've been listening to Brennan talk about how we hear from God, and we're going to hear a little bit more about that today. And so sometimes that's what it is. You open up your Bible to do one thing and God takes you on another trail of curiosity going in a different way. So we're going to honor that. So what was in the bottom of my Bible? You must be dying to know, right? Okay, here it is. It was talking about Thomas. Now remember, Thomas was one of Jesus's disciples. So that's his dudes, his ride or dies, right? That's who he's hanging out with, doing life with. Now, as Thomas had these doubts, we always call him Doubting Thomas. And I think that we've put a negative connotation, meaning a negative feeling or a negative experience when we hear Doubting Thomas, like as if he had weaker faith or he just couldn't grasp it, he didn't get with the program. And we kind of make it seem like doubt is a bad thing. But I want to tell you guys that what happens when you have doubt or you have questions? It actually spurs on curiosity to find the truth. And that's what we should be in life. We should be truth seekers in all aspects of our life, okay? So here's Thomas, and he was called the doubter because he asked the big questions. He said, I need to see this. Jesus was resurrected. I need to go and see it with my own eyes, because he had that kind of a brain and he would ask those deep questions. Now, when you ask the deep questions, you get deep answers. So when you are not sure about something, or maybe you don't hear from God, or maybe you're hearing your friends talk about Jesus as if he's a storybook character, okay? And you're like, you know what, God, I really need you to reveal something to me. I need to know the truth about something. And sometimes he'll reveal it in little ways. So I remember meeting this girl, and she felt alone. She felt like God didn't care about her, like nobody cared about her. She didn't have great parents. And she said, God, if you're real, I need to know. I need to feel. I need you to prove it to me. And she was walking in a store, and she had a very unique name. And some of you have very unique names. When you go into a store, you rarely find your name on a keychain or a cup or a pencil. Well, this girl was the same. She had a really unique name. And she went into a store, and lo and behold, after she had this conversation with God saying, I need you to reveal yourself to me. She walked into a store in the age, she was in her 20s. So for 20 years, she hadn't found her name on anything. And she walks into a store and finds her name on something. So that tiny little significance for her was confirmation of her doubt, okay? Where God said, here I am, you are important. And she felt it in her spirit, okay? So a cynic or a skeptic would just go, whatever, as if that proves God, because it was your name on a spoon. Big deal, right? But for her, that's how God spoke to her. And it alleviated those doubts and alleviated that question of, am I valuable? So questions are okay, because this God of this universe that created everything in infinite, perfect proportions, do you think there's a question that is so big that might rattle God? No, there's not. So ask away, seek the truth, and look in your Bible. Look for confirmation when you're just walking around in your quiet time with God. You never know. It might be as simple as finding your name on a spoon that God speaks to you, but be willing to hear it. Watch for that stirring of your spirit and really just walk forward in God, because he is the creator of the universe and he loves you and he's got a plan for you and he will answer your questions. All right, that's my plan for you guys. Ask your questions, seek your truth. Bye, guys.